Trouble is mounting for Sheikh Hasina. She's turning into the Imran Khan of Bangladesh. Imran Khan has around 150 cases against him. Sheikh Hasina now has 75. Frankly, it's getting hard to keep track because a new case is filed almost every day against her and the charges vary. 63 of them are murder charges, a crime that carries the death penalty in Bangladesh. 7 cases are linked to crimes against humanity and 3 are linked to abduction. Of course, Hasina is in India right now, so she's beyond the reach of Bangladeshi authorities. The interim government has talked about extraditing her. So have the main political parties and groups like the Bangladesh Nationalist Party, the Jatiya Party and the Jamaat-e-Islami. All of them want India to extradite Sheikh Hasina, but no official request has been made so far. Meanwhile, the public sentiment is turning against New Delhi. The first trigger was Hasina herself. Her stay in India has ruffled some feathers in Dhaka. The second reason is the floods. Heavy rainfall battered northeast India and Bangladesh in recent days. Around 11 districts in Bangladesh were flooded. More than 1 million people were affected. Many Bangladeshis blame India for it. They say India opened a dam upstream which led to a sudden rush of water into Bangladesh. They say it was retaliation for Hasina's ouster. Now, India has rejected this claim. Multiple fact-checkers have backed India's position. If anyone is to blame, it is nature or maybe climate change. But such is the political climate in Bangladesh. The anti-India rhetoric is clouding public opinion. People are angry and confused, and they need someone to blame. But what is the interim government doing about it? Have they tried to cool the tensions? Well, quite the opposite. Let's focus on 2 recent moves by Dhaka. Number 1, they have released the chief of Bangladesh, a Bangladeshi terror group. It's called ATB, or Ansarullah Bangla Team. Now, this is a group linked to the Al-Qaeda. Their chief is Jaishimuddin Rahmani. And he was in jail for abetting a blogger's murder, but the caretaker regime has released him. Now, the ATB is a headache for India as well. Reports say they have designs on India's northeast. In fact, 2 ATB terrorists were arrested in Assam this year. Sheikh Hasina did not tolerate such groups. She cracked down on them, but clearly the new regime has different ideas. Which brings us to the second move. Dhaka has lifted the ban on the Jamaat-e-Islami. We've talked about this group before. The Jamaat is a radical Islamist group. They have ties to the Pakistani deep state. They also opposed Bangladesh's liberation in 1971. In fact, the Jamaat collaborated with Pakistan. They helped Islamabad slaughter Bengalis. Again, Sheikh Hasina cracked down on them. She banned the Jamaat after the recent protests. But Dhaka has lifted the ban. The strategy here is quite clear. The public sentiment is anti-India, so the interim regime is tapping into it. They're actively courting India's rivals. Just look at this report. Bangladesh is buying military supplies from Pakistan, around 40,000 rounds of ammunition and 2,900 high-intensity projectiles. Now, such orders are not unprecedented, but the scale definitely is. Last year, Bangladesh bought 12,000 rounds from Pakistan. This year, they're buying 40,000. It may sound like a good strategy in the short term, but it's a race to the bottom. Because India and Bangladesh need each other. We share more than 4,000 kilometers of border. We also share 54 rivers between the 2 countries. Total bilateral trade is $14 billion. India is Dhaka's second biggest trading partner in Asia. And don't forget, people-to-people ties. Around 1.6 million Bangladeshis visited India in 2023. A lot of that is medical tourism. They come here for treatment and medical care. This is a relationship that goes back centuries. It is bound by culture, language, geography, and trade. You can't ignore it for politics. Yes, the public opinion is unfavorable, but Bangladeshi leaders are not doing anything to fix it. They're milking the rhetoric for popularity. It may work for them in the short term. It may even get some of these anti-India leaders elected, like we saw in the Maldives. But in the long term, both countries need each other. India realizes and accepts this. Bangladesh should too.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished. On this today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies.